And this, ladies and gentlemen, it's Canadian weather. So yesterday I was trying to save myself from the wind and cold, and today I'm trying to save myself from the sun by applying a lot of sunscreen. So here we are. I'm doing the Grand Trunk Trail, and it's basically this pink line that goes all the way. Today I came with my proper camera gear. Yesterday when I was hiking, I was feeling bad because I didn't bring my zoom lens, and because of that I missed a lot of really good shots. Birds, especially, there were some new birds that I didn't even know existed. They were so close for me to, of course, admire them, but camera, of course, would not pick them up. So today I'm all prepped. Of course, this kind of camera setup does add a lot of heft to what you have to carry, but it gives you the option to just shoot when you want to. This trail, I've been here on this trail a lot of time. The benefit of this trail is that it has so much wildlife. You can just go days upon days shooting wildlife here, and that is what I'm hoping for today. Let's see how that goes. And it is a very beautiful day, so if I am out, I'm sure birds are out as well. So far, I don't see too many birds. The strange part is that I can hear them, but I don't see them. So maybe they're in the hiding. But there are a few spots on this trail which I usually stop and try to capture some birds. So I am not losing hope right now. This trail is, I think, 7 kilometers something. So I'm not too worried. So, a story time. I wanted to talk about how I got into these hobbies, these nature-based hobbies where I'm trying to look for stuff outside, and my comfort zone is actually outside what most people would consider comfort. And I think that is inspired mainly by Alberta. When I moved to Alberta, I think a lot of my personality traits changed. And oftentimes, a small change in your life makes a huge impact on your overall personality and the kind of things you like. I think I always liked nature, and I was always into exploring, but I never got the chance to get in the nature and really explore things and do things which very few people do. And I'll tell you what I mean by that in a bit. So the year is 2020 when I moved to Alberta, Canada. This is just before the first wave of COVID, which shook the world. And it was during this time when I got the chance to explore places like Jasper and Banff. So much so that Banff became almost my second home. I was there almost every weekend. And this got to the point where I had to sometimes tell my friends that, hey, let's take a break this weekend and just rest. Every Saturday we'll pick a place in Jasper or Banff, and we'll just drive. The idea would be that we'll get to our destination driving 4 to 5 hours one way, do the activity and come back by evening. And this became a serious deal in our group, so much so that we started meal prepping. We started planning our trip in terms of where exactly are we going to park. Because when you're traveling in these places, which are touristy, but they don't attract too much traffic, then finding food and parking can be a bit of a problem. And that's how I got into hiking, and that's how I got into exploring new areas. One unique thing about Alberta is that you don't have to travel too far to really explore serene nature. For example, I was in Edmonton. Just 1 hour drive from Edmonton, there was a place called Elk Island, and it had so much to offer. You could explore lakes. There were so many tracks to explore, and the interesting part is that we had even bisons there. So bison would be just walking down the road, and you can just be in your car, of course, in the safety of your car. You can admire the serene nature and, of course, the animals that come with it. So this was my first taste of nature, which was less explored, less traffic, and of course Alberta doesn't have too much population anyway. So you would explore nature as it would be, closest possible. as it would be if it was just not explored altogether. This was also approximately the time when I got my first camera, Canon T8i. I think I just got the chance to truly use it and learn it. That's a story on its own, and I'll tell that story in one of my future videos because I think that's also good inspiration. But that's when I picked up my first camera and started exploring nature and started trying new things with my camera. And here we are approximately 5 years later. I cannot imagine my life without doing the things that I do. Being in nature, no matter how cold it is and no matter how hot it is, I just need my dose of nature every week to survive. I am now reaching the point, and probably you can hear it already, where I take a lot of bird shots. I think this place has decent population of doves and also cardinals. I can hear some birds. You would not believe what we found. We found a bunch of different snakes. Now they're running away. What a timing. But anyway, I got some really good pictures, and I'm gonna try to catch some more pictures before they run away. Epic. I think I got some really good shots of the snakes. Of course, I'll get to know in the post, but I am very happy. It was an accidental find. We were walking along this path and two people stopped, and one of the persons said that, "Are you interested in taking some photographs of the snakes?" And I was like, "Oh, that is awesome." And then we found out that there are a bunch of different snakes, and yeah, I'm excited because I strongly believe that to achieve anything in your life, you don't have to be good at anything except one. And that one thing is that you have to be good at trying. If you don't try new things, if you keep yourself closed off to new experiences, you will never understand what a new activity tastes like, what it feels like. And most of the things that I do, most of the hobbies that I do, I developed them in the first place by just exploring it once. That, hey, what's the worst that's going to happen? I won't like it, so I won't do it again. And with that attitude, I jump into new hobbies, I jump into new activities, even if it makes me uncomfortable a little bit in the beginning. But in the end, I find something which gives me peace, which brings me comfort. For example, photography. I do it because I don't consider myself to be very artistic. And even the simplest shot that I would take with a little bit of tuning, I can bring out something really amazing out of it. And it's an instant satisfaction that, hey, I took that shot. I recorded this video. And you can only have this satisfaction if you try it yourself. If you record something, if you capture something which you really cherish. It doesn't have to be liked and approved by everybody. But in the moment, and in years to come, you will have a story to tell. And this is how things are with me. All the adventures that I go to, the weirdest possible things that I do. Just to give you one example, I go on road trips during winter time. Like in Canada, winter can be very challenging because the weather is not helpful. Driving can be challenging, but I just take on those challenges. I have gone to almost all provinces in Canada. I've driven to almost all provinces in Canada during winter holidays. And now I have a story to tell. Now I have an experience to tell. And of course, I'm going to share all those stories eventually in this channel. And that basically inspired the name Mr. Explorer for my channel. And you might think that, okay, I'm doing exploration right now. I'm on a trail, but I've done that trail many times. And a lot of the things that I post in my vlogs are basically regular stuff, doing shopping maybe, or trying a restaurant, or going to the same restaurant that I've gone to so many times. But the thing is that even if I'm doing something on a regular basis right now, I tried it once. That one time that I tried it was exploration. And who would have thought that there was a time when I was not into exploration? I mean, I would still go into the nature, but I would repeat. I would do the same things over and over again. I would go to the same restaurant, order the same meal, would not give new things to try. Once in a while, of course I would, but that would also come with somebody's recommendation. So the whole aspect of trying something new was just completely missing in my life. And I think this is where Alberta has a huge role in my life, that it instilled the what's it called? It instilled the quality of trying new things. So today, even if I go to my favorite restaurant, even if I go to my favorite trail, even if I go do the same things over and over again, I try something new. I try to take a new approach to things. A lot of the time, I absolutely love what I get out of these new experiences. But sometimes there are experiences which I don't want to repeat again. But the thing is that if I take a ratio, the experiences that I like would outnumber the experiences that I don't like. You would not believe what I found. Well, I have to show you as well because I don't know the name of the bird. But it's a beautiful bird with a beautiful crown. And I'm trying to take some photographs. I am very excited because I was able to take some pictures and also record a bird which has a yellow underbeak and a blue mouth with crown. And it turns out that the bird is called cormorant. I think I'm more excited because I was able to capture it through branches. This is usually very hard because your camera picks up on the branch and not the subject. And especially if there are so many branches, of course, the camera is going to focus more on the branches. But on that note, if you like the content that I post, please feel free to subscribe and share the video and like it as well. And see you in the next one. Thank you very much.